Okay, this is the continuation of the VAC Nexus 1 video demonstration. As you can see, well, let's just go back. Last time we went through the ovens, exactly how they work. So we got that covered. We didn't have the glass on, so what I did is I cleaned up the inside and added 2 gloves. Put the glass on and added two gloves on here. Actually, this is plastic. Plexiglass. And then what we did is we came over here and we added a, just because, I just want to point out here, this connector kind of sticks out, so when you open this door, it's best to pull this connector off here. This is your connector for your foot switch, and we'll just demonstrate that real quick. Right side's going to add pressure, and when you press on the left side, you're going to reduce pressure by using your vacuum pump. So anyway, I'm going to take this connector off. Go ahead and open this door here. You see we added an Edwards 5. This is your vacuum line here to the small 3/8" line. And this will provide a vacuum for the entire system, including the regeneration. And we put in I replaced the line, the exhaust line here. So this runs up through the inside and after there's a stack out top here. It's labeled. So this is your exhaust port. You want to hook up on that line for that. Exhaust outside the room. Still waiting on a battery for the microprocessor, just to so when it's powered off of the memory. It's supposed to be in. It was supposed to be in last Friday. I'm expecting it sometime today. I'll go ahead and replace that battery. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I still have the cover off the computer box here. The other thing we did is we went and we found an LCD monitor that is compatible with that video card, and we mounted it here. So it's set up to turn on automatically as long as you bring power on. You turn the power on and off with the switch here, as we demonstrated earlier. And finally, what I did is I put in a sampling unit and your AMI O2 sensor. So we got a brand new sensor in there. And I had to replace the sampling diaphragm pump inside here. The other one had a leak through the diaphragm, so you got a brand new sampling pump. It's a 24-volt pump, and you can control it on and off here by that switch here, and you can see that the flow drops down. We'll take a walk around the back. I'll show you exactly how I hook that up. And just to point out right now, we're bringing in nitrogen as our inert gas. Somewhere around 60 psi is fine. And I have my regeneration gas hooked up, just connected right here, and that's brought into the regen gas port. I don't know if I had mentioned that last time around, but we went ahead and purchased brand new mole sieve and copper media, copper pellets. So we replaced 10 pounds, 10 pounds, 10 pounds. Copper in between, so it's mole sieve, copper mole sieve. That's brand new. I've done 2 regenerations on it. That runs automatically from the front panel. Takes about 12 hours. And also want to point out, here's our power supply for our video monitor. And that's connected to this outlet up here, which I added to the main outlet in the front. And then I also have my one of the outlets are being used for our O2 sampler here. So what I did here is I put, this was originally here, these 2 ports, so I added two ball valves here. So as the sampler pump is on, it's sampling through your O2 sensor, through the sampling pump, and then back out into the system. If you want to eliminate shut this system off from the system, you just go ahead and close these 2 valves, shut the power off, and then it's isolated. And before I ship it, that's what I'll do. We want to keep that as free of oxygen and moisture as possible. So during shipping, I'll just close these 2 valves and shut the power off, and you should be good to go. So once you purge out your system, you can go ahead and open this up and start monitoring your oxygen. This 24 volt power supply is added. It's up sitting mounted up top on this, and the black and the red wire are coming into that switch to provide 24 volts to that pump. So that's all that is. And again, we did 2 regenerations on our purifier. So we'll just basically go around the front. I'll show you some of the operations. Right now we're sitting at 1.44. I did a oxygen calibration on this, an atmosphere got oxygen, so I calibrated it at 20.9%. It's in a manual that you'll receive on how to do that. When you do expose these sensors to atmosphere, it does take a long time for them to remove the oxygen to get a low, very low reading. And as of Friday, it was around 5 parts per million, and I let it run over the weekend. This morning it was at 2.0, and as you can see, it's come down about a half a ppm. I assume by within a day or so, this should be down below 1, which is the specification for the glove box. I'll go ahead and put this switch back on, foot switch. So you need to line up the there's 3 pins on here, just make sure you're lined up on the top. You can tighten these doors so it doesn't vibrate. Okay. Right now, I have my range set, going to function, lab pressure. The high pressure is set at 5, you can adjust that, bring it down a little bit. I'll go ahead and adjust the low. Bring it to say -2. You can adjust your blower speed again. I don't know if I covered this on the last video demonstration, but by just pressing the up and down arrows, so you can increase the speed to say it's roughly 80%, or decrease it down to 0, and that'll shut it off completely. We'll keep it at 50 or 60. So ideally, what you want to do is keep the gloves pulled in, and just make it easier to work with. Which should be around 0 on the gauge there. Makes it easier to transfer in and out. As you can see, the oxygen stays pretty much the same. You may see a slight variation. I think that just about covers everything. Like I said, I'll replace the battery before we ship it out.